This is Massive, the world's largest cruiserweight, and you're watching and listening to Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm out.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC, back and for the most part feeling better. And joining me is Tommy.
Hello.
And we got Mike.
What's up, guys? It's Big Mike, and we are almost through August of 2022 Electric Boogaloo. Welcome back to the Bailey / Claudio cast, also often known as the WrestleCast.
Yeah, guys, thanks for holding it down last week. Appreciate it, but I don't know if I was going to be able to contribute so much anyway because I didn't get to go to Mission Pro, but, you know, I think it was kind of cool to watch you guys have a little love fest on that show, so, you know.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
It's a great show.
Yeah, and our line it open. This show was massive, of course. It's coming up. I think it just passed 2 years.
Yeah.
Away. So crazy to think that we got that news, and then we had our 100th episode, and now here we are at episode 198. We're a few episodes away from 200, guys. Can you believe it? Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know what we're going to do to celebrate. Don't ask me. I have no idea yet. It's weeks away, but
we're going to talk about wrestling.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, this is definitely what we're going to do today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Feel free to jump in, live chat along with us. We're going to be previewing Clash at the Castle. And it's been a while since we got pretty excited about a WWE pay-per-view, right? And we'll also be talking about AEW All Out. Briefly talk a little bit about Worlds Collide as well. So, but before we get into that, there is a bit of wrestling news to discuss. And unfortunately, it does involve one of our favorites, a local favorite and local hero too. Biggest news, if you guys haven't heard already, Thunder Rosa announced last week on Dynamite she will need to be taking some time off due to injury. Yeah. And much to Vacant's chagrin on Twitter, they're not vacating the title. They're going to be creating an interim title to hold over till the end. So
I'm sorry. I've been laughing about that all week. Because someone said Tony Khan vacate a championship.
I mean, if you change his Twitter handle to @AEW Vacant, maybe Tony Khan might listen, but your Twitter handle still says WWE Vacant. So just throw that out there.
Whoever runs that account is absolutely genius. I do not care.
My headcanon is that is the exact reason Tony Khan decided to go to interim championships as opposed to just having him vacate. He saw Vacant. He knows the trash he talks, and he says, "You are not getting my titles while I can help it." That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What's up, Bernsey?
It's good. What's up, Bernsey? Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, it's the injury. I believe she went on Bust Open Radio. Oh, really? Seriously? Why are you awake?
Oh, wow. I didn't even see him. Honestly, I wasn't looking at first, and I just looked up and saw him.
Oh, my God. There's a run-in. Look at it.
Hold on. Did you guys hear the Busted Open Radio interview by chance?
Parts of it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys talk about it while I talk to this guy. Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Go ahead, Mike.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
I mean, I didn't hear the entire thing. Hey, Cedric, how's it going? But yeah, so basically, I mean, the main thing with concerning the injury is that she had a back injury. She's been dealing with it for a while. It's one of those things where day to day it kind of changes from what I understand. Like some days she's in immense pain, and like I think the day she was talking, she wasn't even doing the interview like in her normal situation. She was kind of just laying on the bed. Some days she's just in tons of pain. Sometimes it's bearable. But she also got really frustrated with, the rumors that had gone around online and, talking about it wasn't real. It was because she has heat and all this, and I put that stuff right up there with Bailey and Sasha were crying on the floor at WrestleMania because they had to lose the tag titles. Like it just makes no sense, and it's ridiculous when things like that get reported. But
I mean, it's that, and it's also like how okay, it's all the rumors that have been coming out about AEW recently, which is kind of like killed my reason to want to talk to most people online lately. Like last weekend, man, I was just so done with everyone being so freaking negative. It's like I just was just avoiding Messenger most of Saturday and Sunday. Because it's like I don't get people wanting AEW to fail. That's the part what it feels like. I feel like they just want AEW to not succeed, which I, for the life of me, don't get. I mean, just said it. IWC is the IWC. I mean, he's right. But my thing is that and this is me eating crow a bit, because I get being mad at Vince McMahon for the things he has done in the past. And, because I've been one of the loudest people about that. Tony Khan, to me, hasn't done anything except be a wrestling fan who has the money to have a wrestling promotion. And by that, I mean, yeah, he's made mistakes, but at the same time, I feel like his heart's in the right place. It's just that he doesn't always have the best ideas. But neither does anyone. I mean, for My Love of New Japan, they don't always have the best ideas. For My Love of Triple H, he doesn't always have the best ideas. I feel like it's like everyone picks at Tony Khan, but he's not doing this, he's not doing that right. Yeah, but he also kept Ring of Honor from going to compete in total obscurity. He didn't let 20 years of a just amazing company die. For all of his people, he just pushes WWE guys. Wheeler Yuta is legit star. Orange Cassidy could not be hotter. Darby Allin, his music hits and the whole freaking stadium erupts. And he gave Sting probably the biggest injection to his career since WCW. No offense to his TNA days, but I feel like Sting's hotter now than even back in TNA, and he was at peak in TNA. And but so I just don't get all this wanting for it's like they want AEW to have problems. And I'm not saying that there's not. There could very well be some backstage issues, but that doesn't mean that they're as bad as we think they are, and that doesn't mean that AEW is going to close tomorrow because of them. I just don't get this,
Yeah, I'm with you. For me, like you said, Tony Khan hasn't been perfect, but he has such a longer leash with me, if you will, because it's been 3 years, 3.5 years.
Yeah, about 3
years. Our disinterest in WWE has lasted longer than AEW's been alive, and and Vince has had 40 years of some really good stuff and some really horrible stuff and some really mediocre stuff. And so, again, like I said, I agree. Tony Khan hasn't made all the best decisions at times. I'm not ready to jump on that. And yeah, it's really disappointing that people just want to see one, go under and the other one stay alive. It's best for all of us when they're all doing great and doing their own thing that makes them
right.
better.
People just want to be right sometimes. They didn't think AEW would last as long as it has. Cedric just said it right now. The AEW honeymoon is over.
Well, and I feel like everyone is jumping on the WWE bandwagon because Triple H is in charge now. And I admit I'm starting to pay more attention now because, I think he has a better idea of what he's doing overall. But at the same time, that doesn't make me think, okay. Yeah, the story of people who wouldn't have gone to AEW, Triple H was in charge from the beginning, absolutely true. Let's let facts are facts. There's nothing wrong with that. Adam Cole, I think, would have been great under Triple H regime in WWE. Just like Johnny Gargano going there is great for him, and I'm thrilled to see it because Johnny Gargano is fantastic. Dude is untouchable in the ring. But at the same time, everyone ended up where they ended up, and this is a good time in wrestling because now they have options. when contracts are over, bidding wars actually start because these guys are worth it. Whenever Gargano's contract with WWE is up, if they don't use him right, he has AEW as an option now, or New Japan, or wherever. When Keith Lee's contract is up, or Adam Cole's contract is up, or whoever's contract is up, they have all these options now, and that's good for us as fans and for the wrestlers. People are getting paid. Is my thing. Is like, why is that a bad thing right now?
But by the same token, how long before the Triple H WWE honeymoon is over? Yes, it's fresh, it's good, and everything like that. So it's going to balance out, and that, like you said already, there's a lot of things Tony Khan did right. The pandemic he handled very, very well. I will say that for sure.
I thought he handled that great.
My thing is, okay, there's got to come a point where he's got to let the people that know wrestling better than him run that, and that's where he's going to have to back off a little bit, and he's going to be prepared to do that.
Yeah,
now
I think he's starting to get there with, like, I heard he has like Tony Schiavone and some other people like with backstage talent now. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Back though to the Thunder Rosa side of this is that she's going to be out at least 2 months that we know of. Back injuries are back injuries. They're pretty serious. Could be longer. Of course, she's, for people that are doubting her. No, she's gonna be fine. I know she's gonna come back stronger than ever, but it is a little scary to find out what she's saying. There's some days where she just can't move.
Yeah.
And my first thought is somebody call Diamond Dallas Page, because DDP Yoga is going to be what's probably really going to help her with the rehab piece of this. So,
well, I do remember one time when AAW, the indie promotion out of Chicago, when they were in Austin, Ray Phoenix had a pretty bad muscle contusion, and he had a hard time moving around. He rehabbed that and was back on his feet in a few weeks. I'm not saying it's that simple, but it could just be like, God, what does she put her body through the past couple of years? She could just need a break, for God's sake. So, it's like one of the cases where, she's been so over for so long and she's been pushing herself over all that. So now it's just like her body's like, please just stop. Just stop. We don't want to go another round with Britt Baker. Just stop.
Well, it will be interesting to see who walks away with the interim championship coming out of this weekend. So,
yep.
But how do you guys feel about this approach? This is the second time they're having to handle the interim championship side of things.
It's actually the third. Don't forget they did it with the TNT title.
Oh yeah, briefly.
Oh yeah,
Cody and I forgot who won. I think Cody was champ and couldn't be there for a while, and was
Sammy
won, right? Yeah, something like that.
Was it due to injury with Cody, or this is the first? This is the first time I recall them handling it with injuries, though. So,
I don't remember the exact reason.
I can't remember. Yeah, me neither.
The Cody one was. I don't remember. I think it was kind of toward the end of COVID. So, but yeah, he's kind of used it a few times now. And it's different. I think that's where you're going, right? Like, how do we feel about using the interim? It's something different. I mean, it all depends on how well you use it. To me, the Moxley Punk one seemed like it was being used well. Last Wednesday was a little weird. Obviously, we're not gonna, we're on before tomorrow night's final Dynamite before the pay-per-view. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. I was looking forward to a full Moxley Punk match.
Yeah.
Which, if we would, and again, we'll see if this was story. We'll see if, we kind of felt like maybe Punk just couldn't fully recover and he didn't want to, stay out longer with the interim thing and let All Out have like a full championship match type deal. There's real heat, whatever it is. We'll kind of see how it plays out. But I think going back to my point, it's how you utilize it. Just like you can use vacating titles as a story for when they come back, it's their redemption, it's their their drive to get back to the title they never truly lost. The interim thing can set up a great match. The one who never is still technically champion versus the interim. So to me, it's just how you utilize it, and it's been kind of hit and miss both ways.
Yeah. I don't really see, to be perfectly honest, I don't see that big a difference between the two, between vacating and interim, because you still always have the champion thing of I never officially lost it, like kind of like oh geez, Ring of Honor did it a couple times with I think all their belts except for maybe the Pure Championship was about the only one they never did it with, ironically enough. But it's just, you always have that, oh, I never actually lost it, you're the fake paper champ or whatever, Will Ospreay did that with the IWGP World Title, to varying degrees of success, especially if you ask Kevin Nash. But I feel like it's about the same. I mean, I feel like it's just different from what we're used to. So that's why it kind of works for me, because vacating it's, I think, not that it hasn't been done to death or won't be done again in the future. It's just like interim's just a little bit different. And of course, if that kind of gets us hilarious tweets like the one we saw about it, then I'm all for it. Doing stuff that makes joke accounts do stuff like that. Damn it, Tony Khan, vacate a championship. That'll never not be funny to me.
Bullshit. Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, I do like it. It is something different because, one of the biggest things, at least in WWE and other companies, has always been, well, if you get hurt, you lose your spot. You never really have a chance to get it back.
Yeah.
That's always kind of the danger of it, which speaks volumes for, at least on Roman Reigns' side of things. He's held the title for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Like it's almost unheard of in the modern era. And it's not like he's been 2 years Brock Lesnar-ing the thing and showing up completely random to defend it.
Yeah, only the last year is he Brock Lesnar did.
Yeah, but he's on there week after week, showing up on TV, pay-per-view, and things like that.
I was gonna say, to Roman Reigns' credit though, he still showed up about 3 times more a month than Brock Lesnar would.
Yeah. The point is though, it's unless it looks like it's like a major career-ending injury, you're at least giving the champion the opportunity when they come back to be in that title picture, to be in the main event of it, and to when they're ready as well. So
yeah.
Now getting back to the CM Punk side of this, we'll discuss that further when we get into All Out. Why the match was booked the way it was this past Wednesday. On the Thunder Rosa side of it, let her take her time. I mean, she's definitely going to need to take time to recover. It's a serious injury. Wish her all the best, and I know she's in town. She's going to be rehabbing and probably be at Hybrid School of Wrestling when she's able to get back in the ring. So, but would love to hopefully have her keep us updated on how she's doing. It's a scary thing, but whether she's able to be in the ring or not, I think this is a great opportunity for her also to showcase what else she can do in wrestling. There's as you guys obviously we all know, she's in charge of NPW. She books that. Who's to say she couldn't also appear on AEW randomly on TV and just do some commentary? I think that's a very underrated aspect of her, that this is a chance for her to kind of showcase that,
She does do it for the Spanish side a few times. I don't know if she still does it, but I know she has done it before for the Spanish side thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So good chance for that as well. So
Yep.
Any other wrestling news, guys, or that's kind of the major one here? Are we ready to get into what we got going on this weekend?
I think that's all wrestling.
I think that was the major stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything else is just speculation.
All right. Well, let's jump right into WWE's Clash at the Castle, guys. We mentioned it too. This has been a long time since we've been excited about a pay-per-view. This one also is the first time they're doing a pay-per-view overseas in the UK area.
It's been a long time since they did that.
It's been quite a while, yeah. Not counting the NXT UK events and things like that too as well. So Clash at the Castle is going to be this Saturday, and the card itself, about six matches on the card right now. I'm not sure if they'll add more to SmackDown on SmackDown this Friday, but SmackDown is pre-taped if I'm not mistaken because they're
traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, real quick. You said the Triple H. You said about the Triple H WWE honeymoon era. Apparently, for a lot of people, it ended Monday night after the women's tag title match.
Yeah.
People got so mad. I was like, "Damn, y'all calm
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. I'm happy for Raquel mostly. Aaliyah had the weird look on her face, like she wasn't exactly supposed to win. It was like she wasn't really excited that she won. It's the weirdest thing. But I think a lot of people did expect Dakota Kai and Io Sky to walk away with those championships, and they didn't. But so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it right now. We'll see how it goes. Right? Let's see how this plays out. But
I think that's the thing. It's always like, let's see where the story goes.
Yeah.
Is it worth it going forward, or will it be a mistake? But we'll give it
that to me, that's most of wrestling, honestly.
Yeah. Although I don't know if I was the only one that realized it, but I know Tina and I were watching it. We looked like, why does Aaliyah have this weird look on her face? Like she's like doesn't even think she was supposed to win or something. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. So anyway, as I mentioned, 6 matches on the card. Only going to pick a few of them, but the first one just worth discussing. Excuse me. Riddle versus Seth Rollins. Is he Matt Riddle again? Or get their name back?
Yeah, apparently they used Matt Monday night.
Okay,
they were addressing him. So
hey, can I say real quick after the promo? I am ready for this one. This is probably the most excited I've been for a single WWE match in a very long time. Now I'm like, ooh, baby, I'm in.
They did a great job promoting this one. Just kind of, them fighting in the parking lot before Raw too, and showing that footage is pretty funny. So, I just think it's hilarious too that stuff's about to go down in the parking lot when a guy kicks his flip flops off, and there's another guy in his bright ass pants.
Okay, I do have to say one thing though.
What's that?
Because the way it made it look, I assume the video footage was meant to look like a fan waiting outside the arena who kind of catches this, who's like watching them. But I think whoever produced it watched too many random TikTok videos, because the whole time the guy's going, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my!" Like, I don't think if you're a wrestling fan who knows these people, you're just going to be saying that. You hear in the background some people like, "Yeah, Riddle, kick his butt," stuff like that. Oh. I would think most fans would be like, "Oh heck yeah, beat him up," stuff like that. Not like that. Oh my god. What is that? Oh my god! Like, I don't know.
Right. If you wanted to make it authentic, somebody should have shouted out "World Star," something like that.
Or they should have just been like, they really should have been like, real forward and just like you said, Mike, just cheering for one or the other,
Yeah, but I mean, they're working on, they're trying new things, so
Oh snap! Is that Don Haas holding?
Hey, Don, how you doing, buddy?
Don?
Hey, Don.
What's up, man? Oh yeah. Hey, oh damn! What promotion did he used to run? Because he wrestles now. Yeah,
NJPW.
Yeah.
Yes.
NCW.
Yep. Hey, Don. Appreciate you joining us. Talking Clash at the Castle right now. So,
Ransom not too far from where I live.
Yep. Right down the road, Castroville. Another one on the card here, and this is especially because the way the celebration was the aforementioned women's tag team match. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka taking on Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Guys, what name do you want to give this stable that Bayley has started? I'm surprised we don't have one yet.
They control Mike. That's
control.
I'm down.
Let's just add. I mean, Io Sky's there, so we can add and Tommy. Let's just be real here.
So there was a TikTok from not this past Monday. I think it was the Monday, but maybe it was this past Monday, where Bayley's messing with Michael Cole again, and she's just like, "Hello, Michael, ding dong," and I'm waiting for one of y'all to take that audio out, separate it from the video.
Yeah.
It'll be my new ringtone.
Oh, task you shall receive. I'll work on that. That's easy. I just need to figure out what format you want that ringtone in. That'll be your text alert now, right? Yeah. I'm curious. Yeah. I honestly though, this team, I'm expecting Bayley's team to win.
Especially after losing the tag belts, yeah.
And I would love for them to after All Out, call out whoever wins the Trios Championship on AEW, because I think they a strong 6-woman tag team. Just throwing that out there.
Could you see? I could absolutely see Bayley like somehow like jabbing at the elites. Like, we're more elites. We're a darker order. We're bestest friends.
We're United Empire's worst nightmare. Something like
we're
that.
The most united of the Empire.
We are in the United Empire. Sorry, never mind.
Other tag team match though on the card just added Edge and Rey Mysterio against the Judgment Day.
AKA Dom's turn to the subs. I mean, to the Judgment Day.
That lucky bastard.
Look, Dom joined Judgment Day at Clash at the Castle. Let me just throw that out there. Yes,
and all I'm going to say, I'm sure many of you have seen it. WWE was not trying to be subtle at all, and I don't know if this wasn't. I assume it was intentional on Dom and Rhea's part. Just go look up clips from last night. He's got a kendo stick. She's trying to talk him to put it down, and subtlety was not in the cards. I don't know what to tell you.
Triple H is in charge now, so let's just call spade a spade. Look,
a little bit of DX there, so yeah.
I do love that 20 years later we have come full circle with Edge and Rey Mysterio as a tag team again. I just love that. Like, it's literally 20 years later. Like they were the second, WWE SmackDown tag team champions after they beat Angle and He Who Shall Not Be Named. So
yeah.
So, and that's one thing about that always angers me about, because those matches were so good, and we can't talk about them or we can't show them really. So
yeah.
Also, I know we kind of joked about this before, but as much as we've joked about Dom looking more like Eddie Guerrero than Rey, I think the way he's handled this situation has clearly proven he is not Eddie Guerrero's son. He would have had Rhea calling him Poppy by now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they would have been a power couple if that was really Eddie Guerrero's son.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say to throw it
would have already been like Eddie and China 2.0.
I was just gonna say it was gonna be a modern version of that. So yeah, clearly Rey Mysterio's out.
Did you see by the interview Ray pointed out that years ago he had to actually talk to Dom's teacher at school to tell him the storyline wasn't 100% real.
I didn't hear that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
When you blow the lines, right? All right. Matches we're going to pick. Let's start with the Intercontinental Championship match. Gunther/Walter taking on Sheamus.
This is the most excited I've been for a Sheamus match in years.
Yes.
This is the most excited I have been for a Sheamus match in years.
Did y'all see the last SmackDown, the little segment they did?
I missed it.
Okay, so Sheamus was in the ring with Butch and Holland or Harlan, whatever his name is.
Rich Holland.
There you go. And Gunther came down with Ludwig. Mm-hmm. And so Gunther and Sheamus are staring down.
With Ludwig.
They're staring down the middle of the ring. Butch attacks Ludwig. They have this fight all around Gunther and Sheamus. They do not move or break eye contact. It is the coolest looking thing. Holland gets involved to help it out. The whole time around them, but Sheamus and Gunther just staring each other down. It looked so cool. Again, another big sweaty men slapping meat match. I am here for this. Well, it's a Big E special, I think is what I'll call them now.
Oh yeah. Oh absolutely. Okay. I think Big E partly booked this one. I think Triple H like, hey Big E, who do you think would be a great match with each other? Well, Triple H. Two big meaty men slapping meat. How about Gunther and Sheamus? Those are some big meaty men. They should slap some meat. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So, Mike, who are you picking in this Big E special then?
I'm gonna go with Gunther because I think he's gonna have a little bit of a run, and I think Sheamus being the vet, it'll be a solid win under Gunther's belt. But again, I don't care who's gonna win as much as I just want to see the spectacle of these. I want to see Gunther's chops versus Sheamus's 10 bells of the Bowery or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Just pounds on his chest
or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I used to know.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Tell me who you got.
Actually, I was going to go Sheamus for kind of the opposite reason, because he is the veteran, and I think he's going to take this one. But also, I feel
not going to be mad.
But look, okay, this is where I'm like, this is where I don't like name changes with wrestlers because they try to change the gimmick. But I did see clips of Gunther versus Shinsuke Nakamura. If we can keep getting that, I don't give a damn what his name is, because that's the Walter who I first became a fan of. He could go with guys who are smaller than him because his size is deceptive. That's kind of a thing now with this generation of giant wrestlers. Their size is very deceptive.
Yeah.
They're very, very big men who can go like cruiserweights or have the endurance to do so. So I'm actually going with Sheamus, and also because I feel like Sheamus is just like a long time Triple H project in a way. Because I think
Well, he was originally. That was the story, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like because he used to work out with him just to, he wanted to really make it. And I think Sheamus is kind of due. I think Claudio should be ROH World Champion and Sheamus should be Intercontinental Champion
Oh,
because I still believe in the Bar. I don't
hell
care.
yeah.
That tag team
man.
should never have worked, and it's still one of my favorites ever.
Yeah,
I
no,
love
right there
the Bar.
with you. But that's also Cesaro's legacy in WWE, really.
Yeah. I mean, but that's why That's why Vince couldn't stand him because he made everything work when he wasn't supposed to. He absolutely and look, and again, no offense to AEW, but I think Triple H would have pushed him to the moon if he were still there.
I think it would have been better than what it was. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I mean, potentially you could have Cesaro versus Roman on this show, but
Like an actual match this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with Gunther to retain here, and this to be a hard hitting match. And I would be surprised if this one starts the show as well. A couple of European talents in the UK.
Yeah,
I was gonna be hot for this one for sure. So.
Well, I mean, it's going to be kind of traditional. Well, not traditional, but it'll be like I could see it being like a Bret Hart British Bulldog situation from back in SummerSlam. Like, what was it, 93, 92?
Oh, one of those early 91.
Yeah.
So
just the crowd, like you said, crowd's super hot. It's two home two European guys dialing out for a very prestigious title, and that's I will absolutely give Triple H this credit. He makes these titles feel like they're worth something again. Like they supremely matter, and that feels great. I'm just happy that all these titles mean so much again.
Yeah, but don't forget that. Oh wait, this isn't Wales, right? They didn't Brexit, right? It was only England.
No,
so they're still part of the.
I think it's the UK whole forever.
They all Brexit, so
they all Brexit
I don't know
together.
if Europe's going to be behind. That's good. They'll be behind.
Anyway, SmackDown Women's Championship. Liv Morgan defending against Shayna Baszler. It seems like this is kind of being booked as if Liv, you kind of sneakily took out Ronda. Now you had Ronda's friends, right? So I'm picking Liv to retain here. I think the crowd's gonna be behind her. You guys agree with me, or do any of you guys think Shayna's gonna come out away with the championship?
I'll go Liv. I'll say Liv is gonna win.
Yeah, it's got to be Liv. I don't know if you saw they did a thing where she was training with Riddle, and Riddle kind of taught her how to help break the sleeper on the ground, aka was it the
Naked choke? Yeah,
whatever it's called. Yeah.
I forget what it.
So I fully expect. Yeah, I fully expect her to utilize that in the match, and then pull a sneak win, roll up or something along those lines. We all remember how Shayna lost every match she had from her NXT title reign to early WWE. So if they're gonna win, it's gonna be something like that.
Yeah. Bonus. And this just the pure fanboy in me. They trained at Sumi Sakai's gym, and I only mention that because I love Sumi Sakai, and she does not get the credit she deserves.
Nice.
All right, and finally, WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defending against Drew McIntyre. Pretty sure this one is definitely going on last here.
I'm so torn.
I was ready for Tommy to go first, but I guess we'll have to wait here.
I'll go first.
Okay,
It's just that, I'll go first because I'm torn, but my heart and it's overruling my head. I'm going Drew McIntyre because I just want that for him.
Well, honestly, since this match was booked, I was thinking this person's going to win, and I haven't changed on that. I'm also going with Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
So I really feel like this is finally the time. 2 years is enough. There's another guy in charge. I don't believe the Usos are even going to be there, thanks to somebody's DUI arrest. As far as I understand, he's not even allowed in the country. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So this is going to be.
I think that's why only Sammy was with him in Canada during those past Raws. So. Yeah.
So this one is definitely going to be Roman, maybe Sammy in his corner, but if Sammy's in his corner, Kevin Owens might get involved. But
yeah, so here's the thing. I don't know if you watched Raw, and supposedly, like you said, the SmackDown's taped.
Yeah.
But that story was that maybe KO's getting to Sammy a little bit with that little talk. So what if Sammy costs him, and then that's KO and Sammy fighting against the Bloodline?
Man, maybe you could do that, but I feel like if Drew's gonna win, it's got to be clean, like not some sort of thing. I mean, unless Sammy does something where he doesn't help him, like doesn't give him a chair or something.
They would have treated Drew better over the previous couple years after his title win, I would have probably agreed with you. But they went all in on Roman. They made Drew a caricature of the big badass, he was. So I wouldn't be shocked if there's shenanigans and a loss for Roman, because he's been the face of their company for the 2 years. So plus I feel like it would feed into storylines of distrust and disrest in the bloodline, and that would give him something to deal with afterwards.
Kind of a side note, but have y'all seen like the pictures between like the Nation of Domination when they added Owen Hart and then they have Sami Zayn when he joined the book?
Oh no!
I saw someone photoshopped them like on top of one another, and I couldn't stop laughing.
So I always get it mixed up, but I think Sammy's cool with Jimmy, but not necessarily super cool with Jay.
That's right.
So I love on Monday him and Jimmy do the little handshake, and then he turns to Jay and he's like, and I'm growing on him.
We're working on it. Yeah.
Someone pointed it out too. Like I think it was my friend, my homie Terry, and the We Love Wrestling Instagram page, and they said they was pretty clean with it with that handshake. I was like, they were actually working.
That was some undercover brother.
Yeah. You got stolen.
I love that movie.
Mike, who you picking in this match after all that? So.
No, I said I'm gonna actually go with McIntyre too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys and
hope.
Yeah, I mean, you could almost play it off, like not play it off, but use the fact that they're in Europe. It's just once in a long time pay-per-view. That's not Saudi Arabia, and again, Triple H has cleaned up some booking over the past couple weeks. You could also book really great storylines out of this if Drew wins. Like we said, the bloodline stuff that's going to have to deal with that. You can make it work. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that they do something like that.
All right. Well, WWE Clash at the Castle is this Saturday, September 3rd. It's going to start at 12 p.m. noon Central Time, our time, on Peacock. I believe if they do have a kickoff show, it's probably start at 11. So this will be a fun one. Labor Day weekend. You get to watch it during the day, Just kind of relax. Yeah. And that's when this is taking place. Yep. Got nothing else to do on Saturday. Just pop up and just give it a watch. And this one's going to really be kicking off a busy weekend of wrestling. So
yeah. Love it.
Now, also want to quickly mention NXT Worlds Collide. This one was seemingly kind of snuck in on thrown together real quick. Don't got to make any picks on this one, but this is in essence NXT and NXT UK's like unification show. Just some of the matches that are on, everything for the most part unification, except for, let's say, the North American Championship. Carmelo Hayes is defending that against Ricochet. There's a four-way tag.
Ricochet?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. It was just announced tonight, by the way.
Cool.
Four-way tag team elimination match to unify the NXT tag team and the NXT UK tag team championships. Creed Brothers against Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs versus Pretty Deadly versus Gallus. So basically 2-2 as far as
Yeah.
Tag title match for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance versus Nikki, almost a superhero. And damn it, her name is still Dewdrop. Can you just call her Piper?
I think they're working on that. And
okay.
Because there was a report a couple weeks ago that she had talked with Triple H about it. That was left. I think a few of these people may subtly get change backs. Like I can see her, like especially if they lose or something. If they lose, keep losing. Just be I'm tired of this. I'm Piper Niven. Maybe even turns on Nikki. So,
Yeah,
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. All right. Triple threat match to unify the NXT Women's and the NXT UK Women's Championships. Mandy Rose versus Miko Satomura versus Blair Davenport.
I want to say this in the nicest way. I want to say this in the nicest way possible. Because given what we thought of her wrestling skill at the time, Mandy Rose has done a great job in NXT, kind of rebuilding her character, doing that kind of stuff. But the wrestling mark nerd in me, the fact that she's starting to pass up all those great NXT champions of like the prime black and gold NXT 1.0, it doesn't feel right, with all due respect. So yeah, I'm down with either of the other ones winning, to be honest.
I knew I should have worn my Mandy Rose shirt to this show. I really was going. Yeah, she's a peach. All right.
Maybe she needs a reunion with Otis. That would be a good storyline.
Yeah. Finally, the unification match for the NXT Championship and NXT UK Championship: Braun Breaker and Tyler Bate. Winner take all.
Can we get Tyler Bate over to America? I mean, I know he's only like 22 now. He's still super young. I know he's like 24 probably, but that guy just like, I need to see him more.
Maybe this is his way in. What if he pulls the upset? I mean,
I would love it, honestly.
It would be shocking if he did. I would like him to, only because that whole group, him, Pete Dunne, and I think it was Trent Seven.
Trent Seven.
That whole group was like, I think after Will Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. opened that door for UK wrestlers, I thought that those three are the real reason NXT UK even became a thing to begin with. And it showed the rest of not saying that the other talent didn't step up, because they absolutely did. But I think like those five I just named are the reason so many people noticed the UK again. There's always been great wrestling over there, but when you saw Ospreay and then Zack Sabre Jr. really step up, and then you notice, oh, hey, there's this really good guy named Pete Dunne, and there's Tyler Bate, there's Trent Seven, and then, hey, there's Gallus, there's this guy, there's that guy, there's this guy, there's that guy, and there's this chick and that chick, and they're just great wrestlers over there. I would like to see Tyler Bate get his due. And, no offense to Braun Breaker, it's not like he's a bad wrestler. He's a great wrestler. But, yeah, he's going to be a star. I don't think he has a choice. I don't think he has a say in this matter. Tyler Bate, I feel like he could really, jump off the scene here. And, hey, maybe this could lead to a series of matches. I'm down for that if they're spaced out properly enough.
Yeah.
Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if Braun goes main roster soon, maybe to get him in for WrestleMania by next year into at least some sort of match.
Yeah,
so
I can do that.
Possible. Very possible, yeah. I mean, everyone's been expecting him to be called up fairly soon.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been the brightest star of the 2.0 era, so.
For sure.
Worlds Collide is actually on Sunday. It's going to start at 3 p.m. Central Time. So you're going to have plenty of time to watch this and still get to see All Out. Props to WWE for not trying to compete with
I have to admit that the lack of petty there is commendable and surprising.
Yeah. Let it all play out, too, So, I mean, I expected them to, when they announced this, okay, I guess this is going to be a Saturday night show, but they're like, no, this is going to be a Sunday midday or middle of the afternoon kind of thing. Going to be taking place in Orlando at the Performance Center, and we'll be on Peacock as well.
Be so sad, like in the middle of the main event, everyone starts going, "Ooh, we need to get back! We got to get back and get our pay-per-views."
It's time for the buy-in, yeah.
It's gonna be bad if the wrestlers start saying that. Okay, how much longer do I have in my match? Damn it, I gotta go watch All Out.
Who's got on their laptop? Hide it from the officials.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Tyler Bates 25, which depresses me that he's only like 9 years younger than me.
Oh, anyway. That old? Jesus.
All right, it's time to move into the Sunday evening pay-per-view, which has become the funny story about this All Out, AEW All Out. Got to be previewing that now, and my God, this is not going to disappoint. It's interesting that this, of course, started out as the All In, one of the first shows second show that we talked about on the WrestleCast was at the time All In. There was really no promotion tied to it. And the story about this too is like, when Cody Rhodes was setting this up along with the Young Bucks about wanting to do an arena show, Vince was asking about it. I think he asked Chris Jericho about it, and he said, what weekend did they pick? And it was a Labor Day weekend. It's like, and Vince something along the lines of, oh, they should have done that. That we never drew on Labor Day weekend. That's a horrible weekend. And here we are. It's become like a prime central for wrestling. The 3-day weekend in September, the first weekend of September,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It just occurred to me that I remember everyone saying how Ring of Honor took so many heavy financial costs of All In originally. And now Tony Khan owns Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
The full circle of this coming weekend is just absolutely amazing. Between, like I said, with Edge, Rey Mysterio, and now this whole the full circle. Wow, this should be called the Labor Day Weekend of Wrestling. Full circle.
Yeah. No, it's funny. We were talking about Worlds Collide. We wondered if people were going to want to switch over and get ready for the buy-in on All Out, and I'm pretty sure Tommy's going to be one of those people, because what's not on the agenda there, because it was just added today, the pre-show match, the buy-in match, Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston.
Oh my God!
Oh, gentlemen, we have our 6 to midnight moment. Yes, we do indeed. I will be there. Yes, I will.
Load up YouTube, guys, or load up Bleacher Report early. Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston has been announced for the.
On a side note, I think we need to officially get a graphic for us with a clock that just goes from 6 and then around to midnight.
Yes. We are one step closer to Eddie Kingston getting that Jun Akiyama match. And that's
So part 2 of Big Sweaty Men Slapping Me.
Yeah, for real. This is a good weekend for it, man.
I mean, I guess one of them's a short big man, but he's going to slap meat nonetheless.
Yeah.
It's going to be violent. That's all we can fucking know. It's just going to be insane. So, so that was added for the pre-show. I have a feeling the Casino ladder match will also be there as well. They haven't announced any participants for that yet, but basically the winner of that's going to get a future AEW championship match. I don't know if it's going to be like Money in the Bank style cash in or whatever, but who knows? I have a feeling that's going to be the pre-show as well. It seems kind of weird to want to put that on the main pay-per-view, but
so I just thought of something again. So that whole controversy with Eddie and Sammy Guevara, but he was suspended for or whatever. But like, that's it, Eddie. You're suspended. Your punishment. You're wrestling Tomohiro Ishii on the buy-in. So he's like, so am I in trouble, or
did I just get rewarded?
Yeah.
Should I continue that behavior?
You're wrestling Ishii, the thing I've been asking for years.
I mean, it is the potential to have a buy-in match steal the show when you think about this.
It reminds me of like when did Serena Deeb wrestle? Was it Riho? Or was it when that was when she wrestled on buy-in? Like, because that match to me, I was like, this is the buy-in match. And this is amazing. By the way, speaking of buy-ins or like pre-matches you can watch, Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura on Dark Elevation this past Monday, it was 6 minutes of perfection. I recommend that match to anyone who wants to see it. It was so good. And also, it was also for the Regina de Wave Championship. And Pro Wrestling Wave is like one of my favorite underground promotions that no one talks about. And I'm glad someone remembered they exist. So
nice.
All right, some of the other matches here on the card: Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage.
Yes, yes, I am so happy for this. Yes.
Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yes, yes.
I think it's
They've
time
done
for
such a great
Starks
job
to
with
shine.
storylines, Bryan Danielson versus Chris Jericho.
I feel like Eddie Murphy and Coming to America. Yes. Yes.
Wait, is that a Daniel Garcia on a pole match or?
I mean, it's possible, right?
No, in
No,
all seriousness,
it's Daniel Garcia custody papers on the ladder.
as long as he dyes his hair like Dominic looked in that Eminem look, I'll go for it. In all seriousness, that's actually a great story they've been telling. The
Yeah.
last couple
He
weeks
looks
with that.
legitimately like his. Okay, another guy who they made a superstar, like
Yeah.
almost overnight. Daniel Garcia, man, it's like, I mean, he's another dude whose star is so fast on the rise right now. It's like
Yeah.
that 2 out of 3 falls match, man. He lost, but did he?
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
All right, 6-man tag match: Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns.
If this is how we get the FTR versus the Motor City Machine Guns, I don't give a damn who else is in the damn match.
So
Inject this one directly into my veins.
surely
please.
the Machine Guns don't stay on Lethal's side. After
I mean, who knows? These things can get crazy, but
I feel like by the end they're gonna join the other guys and
Yeah.
fight Lethal, Davari, and Satnam Singh.
mean-
the big guy.
I mean, it's interesting because I think people forget that they've probably known each other longer than just when their TNA tenure, because Saban was a fixture in like first year ROH, and Alex Shelley was definitely with Generation Next and everything second year. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, Jay Lethal's first singles match in ROH was against Alex Shelley, but he was just Hydro then. He was still with Special K. So if it wasn't his first match, there was one of his first matches. But so I mean, they go back all the way to at least 2003. So that's one thing about this match. So we'll see.
All right, now let's get into some predictions here. And if you're watching us here, either live or afterwards, please feel free to jump in, live chat with us, let us know your predictions as well. We'll start with the TBS Championship. Jade Cargill defending against Athena. And I feel like we're gonna have a clean sweep here on this side of the predictions wise. So I know I'm going with Athena. I'm pretty sure Tommy is as well. Mike is as well. Yeah. This is kind of what they've been building up since we've seen her debut. Like, okay, this is the person that's going to take the title off of Jade. Or at least you guys feel there's a real possibility they keep it on her.
I mean, there's always a possibility.
Yeah,
It's wrestling booking, but I'm going to be honest. I think her title reign ran out of steam a little while ago. I know they're banking on her being a star, and kind of connected to what we talked about earlier. It frustrates me that she's the one that's usually in media stuff with, like for the video game, for all this other stuff. I realize she has a look and she will be a star, but she's really green. Her matches are getting better, but I'm just this title reign, like it. She got saved a little bit by not Malcolm. Is he Malcolm Bivens now? No, Stokely Hathaway on AEW. Right.
Yeah.
He's gotten, she's gotten saved a little bit by that and the baddies. But I feel like she's lost a lot of steam personally. And I'm, obviously we're all pro Athena here, so I'm ready for that change.
I feel like the baddies thing is kind of going to be the crutch that they use to make sure she loses. Like, she's going to be not distracted, but distracted. But that's like, she's got her army with her, but like that's going to be like her downfall.
Undoing,
yeah.
All right. Now the World Trios Championship. This, of course, is the finals of the tournament, and we still haven't gotten the semifinal results yet because those are taking place on Dynamite and on Rampage. On one side, we're going to either have United Empire or the Elite. And a part of me almost feels like that should be the championship, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I know what you're saying, but I'll tell you what I think the match will be and why.
And then on Rampage, you're going to have either the Dark Order or the Best Friends coming out to make the finals at All Out. So, Mike, you go ahead and go first. What do you think the championship is going to be? And
I think the match is going to be Dark Order versus the Elite, because almost in another hang the person on. That sounds. I apologize. Let me reword that. Person on the ladder match. who's the link? I know I worded that poorly. I honestly, I'm sorry. Who's the person between those two groups they're kind of almost again fighting for what side he's on? Hangman.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Wow.
You've got the Bucks on one side, and we don't know. Kenny just came back. We don't know what Kenny and Hangman are at. His thing with the Dark Order, like they were there for him when he was low. He won the title. He kind of turned away for them at times, and he lost it, and they're kind of back with him. Again, love the BTE with the reason he didn't respond to Punk's promo when he's in the back yelling at them, talking about he needs more this. Great stuff. But I think that's what the story is for those trio titles. It could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
All right. Who do you think is walking away with the victory, though? Dark Order or the Elite?
I mean, these belts were literally made for the intention of the Bucks and Kenny, I think. So I remember them talking about them like within the first months of AEW becoming a company that they wanted trios titles. So I feel like it's got to be the Bucks and Kenny, the Elite.
Tommy, are you along the same lines where it's going to be Elite and Dark Order, or who do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be Elite and Dark Order, but I'm actually going Dark Order because I feel like that would be the swerve of the absolute century. You know what's funny? I would like it to be Dark Order or Best Friends. I really would. I would just not like it to be Elite.
Define irony.
All right.
But no, but my reasoning behind it is like the Dark Order and Best Friends. Again, it's not saying like any of these teams really need it per se, but come on, Dark Order, Best Friends. You got the consistency there, and I get it. They can always do the storyline of always a bridesmaid, never a bride, and again they're still getting paid, so who cares? But but I feel like they're one of the teams that have held AEW down, especially Dark Order. That was the first real faction in AEW. Sorry, I had to sorry. And I feel, and also with Best Friends, kind of the same thing. Super over. Both teams are super over. And it's nothing against the Bucks and Kenny. It's just that I feel like that would be more of a happy moment for fans, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I think still the hardcore fans still love the Elite, but in an ironic twist, the casual AEW fan might love Dark Order or Best Friends more.
I think that's fair.
I like the idea of the Elite Dark Order, but I don't think it'll turn out quite that way. Here's why. Okay. I think the Elite's going to win tomorrow on Dynamite, and I think that's going to be a hell of a match against United Empire. But in a classic heel thing, they're going to make sure, and there's the Hangman connection on Rampage, that the Dark Order doesn't win. They're going to somehow get involved in that other semifinal, and the Best Friends are going to end up walking away with the victory there, and it's going to be the Elite versus the Best Friends. But in a crazy twist of fate, you very well could see the Dark Order get involved in that as well. So when all is said and done, I think the Best Friends are going to be walking away with the Trios Championship.
Do you want to swap T-shirts real quick? Or?
No, you're good. But they might be walking away and celebrating in whose mom's van is it? I forget.
Trent's mom.
Trent's mom. Yeah, I think Trent's mom will be showing up and they'll be partying down.
I was trying to remember what her name was. Her name was
Sue. Yeah.
They're going to take that minivan down the streets of Chicago, celebrating the Trios Championship.
You know what? Another one. I wouldn't be mad at all if it played out like that.
I think it's going to be one of those weird sort of swerve things here, and the Best Friends are going to walk away.
Just out of curiosity, if it happens, does Orange Cassidy carry his own belt, or does one of the other two have to carry it for him?
I feel like he drags behind him.
I think he had buttons onto his jacket, so he's just to snap it on there. So he's not really carrying it; it's just there.
No, he does the Tetsuya Naito thing where he just drags it on the ground, like he doesn't like he just like has it, and like he doesn't even toss it in the ring. He's like lays it down and just like rolls with it, and just
Yeah,
love it.
That could be a lot of fun.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, the second best T-shirt, aside from him with just his face on the shirt, it would just be him accidentally carrying the championship behind him,
dragging it like a caveman with a club behind him.
Yeah, but again, that'll be the number 2 selling T-shirt on Shop AEW.
Yeah.
All right. Also on the tag team side of things, Swerve and Our Glory is defending the AEW Tag Team Championship against the Acclaimed. I honestly I don't see no one beating Swerve and Keith Lee for a while now, and I'm sticking with them to retain. But the Acclaimed has been getting some, some popularity and getting over in a way. So sounds like you might be going that way, Mike.
No, I was gonna say I disagree actually.
Yeah.
I think the Acclaim is as hot as it's been in a long time.
Mhm.
I love Swerve and Keith Lee, but I think they're honestly better not in a tag team. I think when Keith Lee showed up there, we all wanted him to have his good single run, and we didn't quite get that. And they've always teased tension, which they usually work out. But I'm going to go with the Acclaimed on this one. I think they're gonna get a win, and I think they're going to go on a little run of kind of milking the popularity that they're getting coming out of the stuff with Billy Gunn and the Ass Boys.
Okay. Tommy, what about you?
I think Mike convinced me. I think I'm gonna go with the Acclaimed. I was originally gonna go for, but I think Mike won me over. So yeah, it's rare when he does, since he's like she who shall not be named.
So you would say I did a top tier job of convincing you?
I would say you did a mid tier job of convincing me, and I let it swerve me to your side.
Tommy, do I need to find the picture of your sign that is not photoshopped from the show?
You mean the sign that you absolutely totally photoshopped? Yeah, you can go ahead and find that picture, and then I'll show the real one again. You know what? Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. I got my phone right here. Keep playing with me.
I mean, y'all talk for a minute. I don't know how you could ever claim that this photo was photoshopped.
Damn it! I hate you so much, Mike.
How do I share my screen? Or
you better not on this show. No, JC, no. JC,
am I allowed to do that?
JC, damn it!
Can you? I don't know. You can try it.
Where do
I hate you so much. I hate you, bastard.
Oh, hold on. Let me see what happens.
Yeah, go for it.
You better not.
Okay,
this better not work. This better not work. This better not work. I swear, this better not work.
Here we go. I'll get it. Here we go.
Damn it, JC!
And Mike's sharing the screen now. This little trippy. There it is.
That is fake, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell me how that is photoshopped.
That picture is not real at all. That picture, ladies and gentlemen, is not real.
Look, all these colors match.
That picture is not real, ladies and gentlemen. That is not at all what that sign says.
I assume this clearly means Jasmine Allure #1 fan.
This is fake news.
Yeah, I don't know how you can tell me that's fake. That is clearly the real deal. So that was a top tier photo that was taken, I must admit.
I hate this show.
Finally, the now for the interim AEW Women's World Championship 4-way match, and I believe it's one fall. It's not elimination, but it's Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Jamie Hayter, and Hikaru Shida. Winner is the interim Women's World Champion at AEW. Tommy, who do you got walking away with this one?
You know what's funny? I actually have like head and heart picks for this one. Like, because in all honesty, my heart pick is Jamie Hayter, because I feel like she has earned, a lot of, championship gold at this point. But my head says, and who I'm going to go with is Toni Storm. Honestly, I feel like that's what they were kind of maybe setting up anyway. So yeah. I feel like Toni Storm is going to walk away with this one.
Mike, what about you?
It's funny you said that, Tommy, because I'm going to go a little bit outside the box for potential storylines that you could come out of this with. I am going to go with Jamie Hayter for a couple reasons. Right. A, you either break up her and Britt Baker that night, or there's huge tension because Britt's obviously going to be jealous that Jamie's got the belt, even though I'm sure she'll act like she's super proud of her. Then, when Rosa is better, you play into the, because we've talked about it, but both WWE and AEW right now have been going way in on the work shoot stuff. like we talked about with Riddle and Seth as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So if Hayter's the interim champ, then you bring Rosa back and you can play into all that. They supposedly have heat. She broke her nose. You have that match to unify the belts. So yeah, I'm gonna go a little outside the box and go Jimmy Hayter because I think again a lot of these things can work and you can make stories out of them, or you can make good storylines out of the results if you do them well. So a little bit out on the limb, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
I'm going with Toni Storm to walk away with this one. I feel like she's the prime person to walk out of here. I mean, it's nothing against Britt or Hikaru Shida. They've had the title before.
Yeah.
And I'm Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker. That's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out in the match. But I've got Toni Storm one way or another finding a way to walk away with the interim championship. And no matter who walks away with it, I mean, this is kind of the circle of who's going to be competing for this title for a while, and potentially Jade Cargill, especially if she loses the TBS championship.
What's funny about Hikaru Shida? Again, she already has a championship, and apparently she's scheduled to go to Japan later next month to Ice Ribbon to go to challenge for their tag team titles. So one the Joshi Facebook group I'm in made the joke of she's going to be the new belt collector, and someone photoshopped Kenny, and someone grabbed a screen grab of Kenny Omega's face. She's like, "What?"
That'd be crazy if she ends up winning and she's taking, becomes that new belt collector, right? She's walking away with gold.
Like going back and forth between Japan and America, just winning belts. Like, I mean. Again, diehard Hikaru Shida fan, I'm okay with this. I have no problem being wrong if that's the outcome. None whatsoever. I am 1,000% okay with that.
Now, we've talked so far about 10 matches. Is there a chance we get an 11th? Do we see the Moxley CM Punk rematch, and are we going to get a full match? I say full match, but like a full-on, drawn-out AEW World Championship match at All Out?
Yeah. You think yes? I think no, honestly. I think they might have someone else maybe challenge Moxley. Maybe I don't know who else is number one right now. But or maybe it's MJF. But I feel like Punk's actually, I really do think he's actually injured. I really do. I feel like he's actually injured. And I feel like he's actually injured, and that all this was just to build up hate for him so no one would miss him. It's like Punk's the master of getting heat. Mm-hmm. He is the master at it. I remember how quickly when I don't know if you guys ever saw when he left Ring of Honor when he won the ROH World Title from Austin Aries. Did you see his promo when he won the belt and he was leaving? That crowd turned on him so fast. It was a beautiful moment of him like immediately going heel to the point where they wanted to kill him and they wanted him to leave. I feel like that's kind of what that 2 weeks ago was when he cut that scathing promo. He needed everyone to hate him. How do I hate him? I'll insult their heroes: Adam Page, Eddie Kingston, John Moxley. He sucks. He's the third best Eddie I've been in the ring with. And by the way, number 2 I think was Eddie Vegas. That's the only other Eddie I could think of he's ever shared a ring with. And I couldn't stop laughing at that. But
have you ever been in the ring with Eddie Edwards? That's what I assumed, but I didn't know.
I think he was out of everywhere Eddie Edwards had been at that time. And I checked Cage Match. The only person he really been in the ring with who else's name was Eddie Vegas. Okay. And again, Eddie Vegas, another guy who never got enough credit in my opinion, but whatever. But I feel like that was how Punk wanted to go out. He wanted to be hated immensely, and then to be squashed like that, it pissed people off. And he was like, "Okay, cool. They're not going to miss me while I rehab this foot." So
I almost feel like you can't have a Chicago show with him on the roster without him making some sort of appearance. Now, I don't know if they'll do a full match. I think they're going to set something up. But you said it. He could draw a lot of heat. But there's one place he'll go, he'll never be hated, and that's Chicago.
Yeah,
that's Chicago. That's just straight up. That's the truth. So how do you switch that around? How do you do this? How do you do that? I don't know if he's 100% healthy. He might still be injured. But there's one name you sent on there that's been in the back of my mind since they did this. MJF. Yeah. Maybe they set up something where it's a sort of Punk gets attacked backstage at All Out, and he can't go. So who challenges Moxley? In comes MJF, who quite frankly, is hated everywhere, but he'll be really hated in Chicago if he's the reason why CM Punk is not able to go for the hometown hero to see. And what better way to crown MJF a champion than to have him walk out of Chicago, probably the place he's hated the most, as the champion.
And then they'll go to back to New York, his hometown, and get cheered out. He'll get cheered out the building.
Well, not New York, Long Island. Depends a certain part.
That'll be the only time.
Yeah. So, if it happens, and we'll find out more. Supposedly, we'll find out more tomorrow. If
let's
with this,
maybe let's say this: does Moxley walk out of All Out champion? Yes or no? How about that as the?
I'm going to say no. It'll either be Punk or it'll be MJF.
I'll tentatively say yes and fully expect to be wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. Because I don't think, even though I think it would work, I don't know what all the backstage stuff is. I don't think we're going to get MJF. I kind of hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens tomorrow night, if there's any clues to it or not, or if it does happen, if it's just a surprise at the pay-per-view. But I'm going to say Moxley walks out champion right now.
Now, one more thing I should point out. Darby Allin did say in an interview, kind of spoiled what potentially could be happening on Dynamite tomorrow, is that we're going to find out how him and Sting are going to be involved in All Out. But he basically confirmed that they're going to be at All Out. They're going to be in a match. Whether they get added to the tag team championship or something else gets thrown together, I don't know. But expect to see Darby Allin and Sting one way or another involved with All Out as well.
Hide your ladders. Hide your second store balconies.
I feel like
Sting can jump off of.
I feel like they're just gonna fight House of Black. It's like, oh, we're not gonna have an actual match. Cool. Can we just fight them? And Tony Khan's like, no. Yes, cool. Let's go.
Well, it could, now that you say that, it could wind up being Miro, Sting, and Darby.
Yeah.
They had teased that a little bit originally, and Miro's kind of been fighting with House of Black now.
With the pagans.
The great little promo in the back where Julia Hart comes up to him and he's like, "There's only one woman who can touch me, and it's not you."
And Miro's defense, that was the right answer.
All right. AEW All Out this Sunday, September 4th, 7 p.m. Central Time. The buy-in, I believe, starts at 6. Is available domestically here in the U.S. on Bleacher Report for $50. I think internationally is on Fight TV. The buy-in itself is available through Fight TV internationally, Bleacher Report domestically, and I think on their YouTube channel as well. I'm not sure. Check on the AEW for all those details. Going to be taking place, of course, in Chicago, Illinois. Becoming a tradition there. The Labor Day weekend, you head to Chicago. So
cool.
All right. And with that, let's head into our 1-minute warning segment here. Mike, do you have something this week?
I do.
All right. Whenever you're ready, sir, set and go.
All right. So I know you don't expect me to talk about Claudio and Bailey, which I always love them, but I'm actually going to talk about some you've kind of mentioned before. There are two storylines right now that really have me intrigued. One AEW, one WWE. So AEW is what I call the battle for the soul of Daniel Garcia. And I really loved what they've done with it. I like, kind of like Tommy said, I think they're doing exactly what they did with Wheeler Yuta. I think they're about to strap a rocket on him. It was kind of cool to see Bryan Danielson officially back in a photo with Blackpool Combat Club. You hadn't really seen that as much, but I'm really looking forward to what comes out of him. And then the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the Bloodline stuff that kind of got continued on Monday, or I guess started a little bit on Monday. Really intrigued to see that, because ultimately I would love, since KO got to go back to being the Street Fighter, I would love to see Sami Zayn have another run as kind of, that old face, cut his hair a little bit, go a little old school with this stuff. He's done great in his heel character, but I would love to see a little throwback to NXT Sammy.
All right, cool, good stuff. Tommy, you got something this week?
I got something. I can just say it anyway.
All right,
I said it
real
before,
quick.
but I'll do it anyway.
Matty B in the comments again. Not giving
Oh,
I just saw that.
we got to zoom in on it when your face was up there, so we saw him in great detail. So he's picking and choosing.
I think I have an old Kawhi Leonard bobblehead I might have broken if y'all want that. So.
If you step on it, it might have more value. Okay.
Especially. All right,
he's
Tommy.
injured again. Sorry.
Go for it, man.
Okay, so this is just something I've said a million times before. Someone signed La Rosa Negra somewhere to a contract. Like, for the love of God. I know I probably brought it up last week on the show, but what did she do wrong? That like in any match where like she can't be a major star everywhere. So I have heard she's now going to be at the 17th show because she actually is wrestling in Puerto Rico with the promotion down there. But again, she actually will be in Texas the weekend before up in the Irving area. But hey, wrestler, why is she not signed somewhere? What more do we need to say, Tony Khan? Preferably, I mean, no one gets Triple H, but I don't know if he might know it. He might know what to do there in like NXT or something. But still, sign La Rosa Negra somewhere, for the love of God, please. Okay, I'm done.
All right. It's gonna be a little time to run out here too as well. So.
Yeah, that was one of the few times I think I ended before the time was over. Like, yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah, actually, legitimately.
All right. Is this gonna go back? Okay, here we go. We'll just do that. All right, for me, I'm gonna take this minute first off to say happy birthday to somebody that we have interviewed on this show, and that is Angel Blue.
Hey!
As some of you may know, unfortunately, she is not wrestling anymore. The injuries have taken their toll. But not only is she celebrating her birthday, but she is also celebrating 90 plus days of sobriety. She herself has been public on social media about what she had been dealing with, and I'm very happy to see that she's doing well. Tina and I always really loved looking out for her. She's such a sweetheart when things weren't always the best in her life, and so I'm glad to see she's doing better and celebrating her birthday and enjoying all that CrossFit and motherhood we're offering her. I don't know if she'll ever get back into the world of wrestling, but on a somewhat related note, and I meant to say this last week, but of course I was feeling a bit under the weather. Someone posted on their social media that they have another dream match of themselves in the works. And I'll give you guys a chance to guess who it was that posted that, and let the speculation begin on who that dream match could be.
It was a Barrett Brown.
It was Barrett Brown.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish, right? No, Barrett Brown put on social media a few weeks ago that there's something in the works that's pretty much locked in, that he's going to have another dream match. But I have no idea who this could be. And let the speculation begin. I don't know if you guys have any guesses or if you think about it, but
I mean, he wrestled Minoru Suzuki. How much more dream can it get?
I don't know.
I'm in.
Yeah. Another dream match of his is potentially going to be happening. So, don't know who. This is going to be definitely very interesting too. But we'll see when it does officially get announced, whoever it is or wherever it's going to be. I'm sure it'll be up in the Dallas area again. So, but yeah, Barrett Brown, he's got another dream match coming his way. And how do you top Suzuki at WrestleMania weekend, right? So, all right,
man. Did y'all guys ever get to see that match? Did you guys ever get to watch it?
No,
not all of it. No.
Oh man, it still feels like a fever dream. Like that didn't really happen. Like, there's no way we actually saw that match happen. But then it's like I go through my phone and see the pictures I took. I was like, dude, that was real. We all were there for that.
That's awesome.
All right, everyone, thanks for joining us on a preview of a very, very busy weekend in the world of wrestling. We got Clash at the Castle, Worlds Collide, and All Out happening this weekend. And next week, we'll be talking about all of it, recapping it, what we did and didn't enjoy about it, see how our predictions went, and give our WrestleCast ratings as well. So please definitely be sure to join us for that. Guys, thanks again for holding it down last week when I wasn't feeling too good. And we're a couple episodes away from 200. Next week, episode 199. And I don't know what we're gonna do for Twitter. We still got to figure that out. Open to suggestions, guys. But anyway,
We'll figure
we'll figure something. But thank you everyone for being a part of the journey. Thank you everyone for live chatting. And if you're watching this afterward, please feel free to post your predictions and your thoughts. You can post them in the comments here or tweet at us at ccg_WrestleCast, and we might read some of them when we recap this weekend's events. So, all right, over here we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
I'm trying to start the music here. We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC. And as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake. Boom.
A safe Labor Day weekend. And what the heck is this graphic? What is this? Oh, Jesus.
Yes! Adios, Gunther!
See y'all next time.
Love it.